be showing you how I sewed the House of Sunny Parasol pants from scratch, but you already knew that when you clicked on the video. Or did you? Before we start, don't forget to go like and comment on the video for the algorithm, and if you find yourself enjoying it, go subscribe for more. It's here, guys. It's here. Wait. I made this. Look at it. So at this point, you're probably like, "Damn, where'd you get the fabric? It's not the House of Sunny pants without this fabric. It's just pants." So that's a good question. I actually scoured the internet for literal hours trying to find a similar fabric, and it just did not exist. So I made my own. To make your own fabric, first you're gonna have to gather your reference pieces, trace over them, create your pattern block, and then upload onto Zazzle to sell. Now for step one, I basically went on the House of Sunny Instagram and Depop and Pinterest and just screenshotted every single instance of those pants or like the swimsuit in the same pattern I could find to get a bunch of references so I could make the pattern pretty exactly. And then after I had that, I actually took a screenshot of the bathing suit in the same pattern so I could lay that out and it'd be really easy for me to trace the pattern. So I just traced that pattern over and I picked a really arbitrary starting and stopping point until I had just got into it, the place where it started to repeat again, if that makes any sense. And once I got there, I cropped the sides so I had a little lock. And the problem with this is that this block isn't going to repeat, so I had to make it into a pattern, and any graphic designers out there, I know this is not how you make a real pattern block. This is how I did this pattern. I have been too lazy to learn how to do it for reals. So this is what you're getting. So what I did is I actually duplicated that block and I took it around and put it next to it and just drew on it so it would line up perfectly, only on the original though, because you're gonna delete the second one that you pushed over. So after I'd made it so all the lines kind of lined up, I just did the same exact thing but up and down. And then I just checked it to make sure that everything lined up, that it'd be a perfectly repeating pattern. And it was, so I did it. And then I spent maybe 10 hours, 12 hours obsessing over the exact shade of orange that I was going to make it. So I got this whole pattern, which I then exported as a PNG to my Google Drive so I could get it on my computer to upload to Zazzle. And then to upload to Zazzle, you just go to the website and you just click create, and then you can start new design and you can import that file into your Zazzle, make it repeat, and then resize it to however big you want it to be. And then for the amount of fabric I got cotton twill because that's kind of a thicker, more denim-y material that I thought would be best for pants. And then I got 2 yards of it, and which ended up being the perfect amount for me personally to make these pants. So if you're tall or are looking at me and are thinking we're not the same size whatsoever, then you might want to get an extra yard of buffer, but I think for most people 2 yards will be the perfect amount. And then you just buy it. And I actually do not have this pattern to sell for you guys to just buy from me because that would be illegal. So you're gonna have to make it yourself, but this is great because that means that you can make it any color or any pattern whatsoever. So yeah. Welcome to the House of Sunny sewing tutorial. Take your Parasol print fabric and fold in half, right sides together. Lay your pattern pieces, which you can get by tracing around a well-fitting pair of pants or buying a pre-made one, on top and cut around. Take your pocket pattern pieces and make them as big as you want, and sew together, right sides together. Then cut off seam allowance and sew a zigzag stitch to overlook the edge. Take your pocket pieces and sew to the front pieces of the pants, right sides together. Flip around to press and make an understitch to make the seam lie flat. Sew and overlook the side seam of the front pant pieces to their corresponding back pant pieces. Press seam flat. Then overlook front seam of each side. Take your fly facing and sew and overloop together, right side out. Take your zipper and place it face down in the middle of the fly facing. Using your zipper foot, sew the right side of the zip down. Fold the fly facing and top stitch the edge. Then sew the raw edge of the fly facing to the front right panel. Press seam. Fold fly shield and top stitch. Place zipper on top of zip facing about 1 finger width away from the edge. Sew to attach. Take the other panel and attach it to the zip, making sure it will cover the zipper completely. Stitch over the previous stitch line on the other side of the facing. Top stitch near the edge of the zipper. Pin the rest of the 2 panels together. Stitch and overlook back trouser pieces. Repeat with inseam. Try pants on for size. Celebrate your almost pants. Pin how much you need to take in at the waist and sew your back darts and front darts for fit. Then adjust the leg shape until it becomes the flare you've been looking for all this time. Celebrate again because it's been a long year and you deserve it. Fold and iron waistband. Do same for belt loops, sew belt loops together. Pin waistband piece to inside waistband of pants. Sew. Fold down and sew to front. Also sewing belt loops inside front and back seams. Fold belt loops over and sew down. Then sew on 2 snaps onto the waistband so you can button up the pants. Try on again for fit. Make hem by doing a double fold and sewing down. Admire your handiwork. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. There may be more House of Sunny videos in our future yet. Anyway, stay safe, live life. Bye!